G'day Haydn, great to be speaking to you today on URBANE Opinion.
Good to be here, John.
Now Haydn, you're one of our senior engineers here at JFP Urban Consultants, and you've got a particularly strong speciality in water engineering.
That's right.
Great. Now could you tell us a little bit about sort of your experience in the area of water engineering? Where did it all start?
Yeah, sure, John. I commenced work with Brisbane City Council in the Water and Sewerage Department in the early 90s. I was in the Investigation and Planning Department. There's two parts to the NetServ Plan. Part A is the part they put out to the public, and Part B is an internal document. So Part A is made up of three parts: connections policy, which determines how you lodge applications and how they'll be assessed. Second part is the schedule of works, which determines augmentation of the network to accommodate growth. And the third part is infrastructure charges. That's how Uniwater are going to recover the costs. So it's an improvement, it's more clear for us to read.
It's got some interesting features, I believe, as well. So in particular, it's got a sophisticated model which predicts development timing across the region, which includes the Sunshine Coast and Moreton Bay. Could you show us how this works and describe why it's useful?
Yeah, sure. Firstly, you open up the Uniwater website and move your mouse to Building and Developing, and then click on Subdividing and Developing. Scroll down until you see the reference library and then click on Go to Library. That will then bring you up options to look at the connection area and existing infrastructure. And the other useful page is the NetServ Planning Assumptions page. Go to the View Existing Infrastructure map firstly. Type the address that you're interested in the top left-hand corner of the page, and the map will open up on the property and show you existing infrastructure in the area. You can hover the icon or the mouse over the piece of infrastructure that you're interested in, click on it, and it'll bring you up the details. You're also able to determine whether your property is located within a connections area or outside a connections area by clicking on the boxes on the right hand side. To determine future planning for the allotment that you are interested, head back up and click on the View NetServ Planning Assumptions map. It will take you to a map where you can click on the region that you're interested in, and it'll bring up these grey dots. Click on the grey dot and it'll bring up EP assumptions for that particular allotment and the timing that's expected to be applied. This is based on Uniwater's DMAP.
That's the model that I mentioned before, was it, Haydn? And that's
Yes.
Uniwater's assumptions for the future development of that whole region.
Correct.
So Haydn, it sounds like the NetServ plan is a lot clearer, but are there any observations worth highlighting that have come out of your review?
Yes, John, the areas of Burpengary East, Morayfield South and Caboolture West have generated quite a lot of interest in the last couple of years in the Moreton Bay region. These areas are shown to be outside the priority infrastructure area. This means that developments in this area will not automatically receive credit for trunk infrastructure constructed. It's important for developers to speak with Uniwater before proceeding with development applications in this area to determine the potential for infrastructure credits. Typically, for proposed developments that lie outside the priority infrastructure area, an independent water and sewerage network model needs to be prepared to accompany an application. John, we're regularly lodging applications, modelling parts of the network, meeting with Uniwater staff and liaising with them. So I recommend that clients speak with us to find out the latest that's going on in the region. You can call me here on 3012 0100 or through the website www.jfp.com.au.
Great. Thanks, Haydn, and thanks for sharing today on URBANE Opinion.
Pleasure.